Officer Stone here, reporting at the crime scene of Peter Moss. From what we know, Train 1 was carrying Walter Moss and Overby Fitzpatrick. During their travels down the railroad track, an incident happened, stopping their train car, and then the train car behind them carrying Peter Moss collided with the stopped car, killing him instantly. Here lies the dead body of Peter Moss. He is dead. The problem that happened in our first car involved two suspects. Our first one, Walter Moss. Here is our first suspect. Can you state your name, please?
Walter Moss.
Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, the other day I was in the train with my good friend, or so-called good friend, Fitz, what I call him, and a kerfuffle happened, killing my dearest boy, Peter. So what happened was, I was in the cart, and Fitz got all meh, and said he wanted to kill me and my boy. So he handcuffed me to the back of my own rig, and then pushed the decel button, and jumped right out of that booger. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Well, hi, I'm Officer Grether. Our second suspect in this incident with the trains is Gaston Olson Overby Fitzpatrick. So let's look into what he thinks.
Here's our suspect too, Gaston Olson Overby Fitzpatrick.
Hello.
Can you please give us your situation that happened?
My name is Gaston Olson Overby Fitzpatrick, and so we was all in the train, and you know that dirty old Walter Moss, he just had it in for me, and he threatened to kill me because he wanted to take that railroad track back to himself, which, whatever. But anyway, so we was all like driving along, and oh yeah, right. So,
Do you need some water?
no, I just have some phlegm. It's all good. Just been chewing a bit much. So anyway, so he started like beat on me, then he like whipped open the train car door, and then just shoved me out into a pile of big hay. So then, in my theory, I believe that then he ran to the front of the car, pressed the decel button, and then handcuffed himself to the back of the train car to frame me, little old me. And that's just ridiculous. But anyways, so apparently he could have jumped out at any time after that, or he got himself free, but he was trying to frame me, and he ended up killing his son.
Perfect. Thanks
How
very
tragic.
much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I love this train. Toot toot. Oh no! 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 My son!
Let's solve this problem.
So, what we know that Overby Fitzpatrick landed in some hay.
Yeah.
And
We know that Moss Sr. jumped out of a stop train 420 feet down, 420 meters down the track.
then sometime later, Peter Moss collides with the vacant train car.
The now
down the
dead
track.
Peter Moss. We also know that when you press the decel button on the train, it goes from 60 meters per hour to 0 meters per hour in 12 miles an hour.
Miles an
That's what
hour.
I meant. In 12 seconds. So,
Our question is,
when was the decel button pushed? I have no clue. Oh no, what are we ever gonna figure this out? Oh, hello, Chief.
Hello?
How are you today?
I'm good. This is impossible to solve.
Impossible?
I have no faith in you two.
Oh, darn. Sorry. Bye. I'm awake. Officer Stone, I'm awake, and I've solved the problem. Let me do some quick calculations. Okay, so follow with me. From our basic physics equation, we figured out that the train's deceleration rate would be negative 2.25 meters per second squared. So we were told that Walter Moss got off of the train 128 meters down from where Aubrey Fitzpatrick jumped off the train into the hay. So with our deceleration rate, we actually figured out that the train would have had to have covered 162 meters down the track to come to a complete stop. So if Overby Fitzpatrick was telling the truth, then the button would have had to have been pressed well before he jumped off. And if was telling the truth and he hit the button and then jumped off here, or he jumped off and Walter Moss had hit the button, then the train would have actually ended up the difference of 34 meters right here, ending up not at our actual finish line. So Walter Moss stating that Overby Fitzpatrick hit the button and then jumped off adds our extra 34 meters to the end here where the button would have had to have been pressed to end up 162 meters where we actually ended up. Done.
By golly, you figured it out. Let's go catch our perp.
Woo!
You're under arrest. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Bloody hell. Get in there! Dirty old.
Job well done.
Our bibliography is Mr. Shoquist and his brain.
And applied math consultant.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Cool.